You know, I've been watching movies for a long time. My entire life, in fact. And I've always loved movies about the human condition. You know, films like this year's Power Ballad, Perks of Being a Wallflower, A Real Pain, The Edge of 17, Rental Family, We Live in Time, etc. Movies like these because there's something really comforting to me about films focusing on real life almost to a T, but adding that movie quality and being able to see life from so many people's perspectives. I just love that so much. I always have. But when I watched Hayley Kiyoku's Girls Like Girls yesterday, in theaters yesterday, I literally ascended out of my body. Girls Like Girls is one of the most ethereal, emotional, transformative movies I've experienced in so long. It is the literal definition of why I love movies about the human condition and movies in general. I loved everything about the film. I loved Kali and Sonia. While they're both imperfect and trying their best to navigate life from uniquely different backgrounds and perspectives, they were such an amazing pair, and I loved seeing the film through both of their eyes. I loved seeing them win. I loved seeing them together. And even though their losses were sad and painful, I loved seeing them rise above their struggles and coming out better and, most importantly, better together. Kali's relationship with her father and them both dealing with the loss of Kali's mother and her father's wife was very emotional. And I loved how Kali and her dad really made amends and started to become father and daughter again. And seeing Kali go on her own personal journey, healing her emotional wounds and choosing herself before she could go back to Sonia was so special. I felt that so much, especially because of the chapter in life that I'm going through right now. So seeing that in the film was really special for me, and to see it work out so well for Kali in the end was inspiring. I love how heartfelt this film is. It really made me feel every emotion on the emotional spectrum. The lesson of bettering yourself and being able to choose who you love instead of feeling reliant on someone to find your happiness was really special and especially timely. And I can't emphasize this enough, how much I loved Kali and Sonia as characters, as people. I was so enthralled in their relationship, their personal journeys, and seeing them together was such a nice and touching feeling. Definitely some of my favorite characters ever. I love the fact that it took place in 2000s as well. Similar to Mile End Kicks, a movie about the human condition that I also love to pieces, taking place in the early 2010s, Girls Like Girls also feels like home in that way, and how it feels so genuine, real, emotional, and enriching in every way. I also want to give props to Hayley for making this film and it being such an amazing journey for her. There is a message that played at the beginning of this film from Hayley herself, where she talks about how it was a 10-year journey to make this film. How this started originally as a song, then as a music video, then a book, and finally turning into this movie. And once I knew that, it made the film even more special. The song Girls Like Girls that she made is already such a special song for a multitude of reasons. What it means for the people in the LGBTQ community, what it means as a song about personal freedom and how girls can and do like girls just like boys do, as the lyrics say. And even though I am not personally a part of the LGBTQ community, I could still feel how special this story was and be invested in the film 100%. And, seeing Hayley make this film, especially because I grew up with her, like, being in, like, Scooby-Doo movies and Lemonade Mouth and all these things, and seeing her grow in her music career and, her becoming a director now with this movie is just so special to see as well on top of everything else. And I especially love the version of the song that was made for this movie. That version is so ethereal and emotional, and it, again, like this movie, touches my heart whenever I listen to it. In the end, I just love this film so much. It's a healing movie, it's a nostalgic movie, it's an enriching movie, it's a comforting movie, and that's the best way I can describe it. It feels like a warm blanket that wraps itself around you and keeps you warm. And it's definitely going down as one of my favorite movies of all time. And just favorite stories of all time. Girls Like Girls is also, like I said, the reason I love movies. It's one of the many examples as to why I love stories about the human condition. Whether it's this film, whether it's Power Ballad, showing how music isn't just fluff you listen to, but it can tell a story about what gives our lives meaning. Whether it's Mile End Kicks, showing how all you need to do to discover your purpose in life and to find your people is to take the plunge, embrace the unknown and the challenges, and believe that you'll pull through. Whether it's My Old Ass, showing that to live life in the best way, we have to embrace the tough times, the growing pains, and the personal tragedies, no matter how much they hurt in retrospect. Whether it's A Real Pain, showing the importance of family and how observing truly tragic histories and dealing with terrible loss can bring us closer together. Whether it's A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey, showing that sometimes we just need to have the hope to keep going, to keep being content, and keep taking risks in life, despite all the missed opportunities and mistakes and trials life presents, whether it's past, present, or future, and etc. I can really go on all day about every single human condition movie that I love. These films are so special to me because they present us with characters so genuine and real that they touch your heart in more ways than one, in more ways than a fictional character from any other type of film could. That teach us life lessons that hit even more emotionally because the story takes place in reality. That show us what it means to be a good person, or a good friend, or to be content with life, or to chase your dreams, or to find love, companionship, found family, or to never give up, like F1, for example. That's another movie that's telling me about the human condition, how Sonny Hayes, races and does what he loves for the love of the game, not because he's trying to get validation or because he's trying to do any of that, but because he loves racing and he loves doing what brings him joy in life. That's another example for me. And my favorite of all of them, Girls Like Girls, is such a defining example of why films like these are so important to me and should be supported more than they are. Because movies about the human condition are what we need right now. They help us understand each other. They help us aspire to our dreams and goals. They show us through the characters we love in them, no matter how flawed they are, that it's okay to be flawed. It's okay to be ourselves, as long as we can strive to become the best versions of ourselves every day, just like they did. And above all, I wish that more people can experience this feeling. This warm, fuzzy feeling of joy, emotion, love, and passion that I experienced, not just watching Girls Like Girls, but experiencing it every time I watch these films. They're not just watching people live life. They're not just theatrically released vlog videos. They're watching such lovable, likable human beings going through life-altering, transformative experiences that give you hope in humanity, in the world, in our neighbors, in ourselves. They are perhaps the very motivation to show us why life is worth living, why this beautiful, flawed world is worth inhabiting, why it's worth it to talk to that girl, or go to that party, or exit your comfort zone and interact with other people, or take a chance and put yourself out there for whatever opportunity comes your way. Because we may all be different people with different backgrounds and life experiences, but in every single way, we are the same. And life together is better and more beautiful than life apart. That's what these movies show me, and that's why I love them so much. So yeah, I hope I was able to properly articulate it, because I actually struggled explaining why I love these kinds of movies so much. But Girls Like Girls hit me so hard that I just started writing this out of the blue. So I hope I did it right, and I hope that I did these amazing films, and more specifically, this amazing gem of a film, justice.